Oh, yeah.
This is what we're doing today. That exact same thing. Except for it's not squared anymore, it's cubic. Okay. So write your first example down. X cubed minus 2x squared
Where is it?
minus 9x plus 18. Well, that's not funny.
There's a joke. He makes it really
I know. I can tell that smile on your face.
You seem so happy and destroyed at the end of the day. You're trying to put on a smile so we're not fooled. But, you know.
Okay, does everybody have problem one written down?
No, because Carson just walked in.
I have.
Okay. The important part of grouping is writing it in the correct, what do I want to say?
Order.
Form, yeah, order. You have to make sure that when you split it, the stuff on the left and right have something in common. If they don't, you need to mix up the order, okay? What I mean by that is we always split down the middle, okay? So if I split it right here, do x cubed minus 2x squared have something in common?
Yes.
Yes. Do negative 9x and plus 18 have something in common?
Yes.
Yes. So then we're okay. If they don't have the same thing in common, then we're going to have to change it, but that's not going to happen here. Okay. So, what do x cubed minus 2x squared have in common?
X cubed.
X squared. So I'm going to pull out an x squared. Okay. Parentheses. How do I get from x squared to x cubed?
X minus 2.
I have x, and then to get minus 2x squared, I have our minus 2, like some of you are saying. Okay, so that's just the left half. Just this side. Okay. To do the right-hand side, what should I pull out? A 9. Okay, we're just going to pull out 9 for now, and then we'll talk about that in a sec. Okay. If I pull out a 9, just a positive 9, what do I have left to get negative 9x?
Negative x.
Negative x. If I put in negative x here, is that the same as this x?
No.
No. That's how you know whether to pull out a negative or not. In this case, you guys are right. We need to pull out a negative 9, which means what's in the parentheses? X.
Plus 2.
Ooh.
Minus 2.
Minus a minus gives me a plus. Okay. I don't know if you guys remember doing this in quadratics, but if you did do this, and now, it applies now, your parentheses have to 100% match. Okay? When they do, that's one of your final parentheses. Okay? So as our answer, one of our parentheses sets is going to be the ones that match. Okay? The other one is the stuff outside. X squared and our minus 9.
All of this.
Oh.
Yeah, this is that thing that I showed you before. Yeah.
And then we're gonna have to just
Yeah.
foil.
Remember how we did this? You showed us like that one really difficult way to do it?
How was this? Except for it's really not that bad. Okay, what you need to ask yourself is, can I simplify any of those further? You know how we did our zeros before, and we want each one to be broken down with just x? We don't want to have an x squared, so we always try to break it down just to x. Can I break this x squared minus 9 down further?
Yeah, x minus 3.
And x what?
Plus 3.
Yeah. So I bring my x minus 2 with, but then my x squared minus 9 can be broken down to x plus 3, x minus 3.
Huh?
And this is our answer.
So basically just breaking it down as far as
the answers instead of
Yeah, break it down as far as you can. What, Chris?
Wow.
So do you leave it like that, or do you
Yep,
make it equal
this
to
is
0?
what we want. We want it in its simplest form.
So we don't like
y
do x
equals
equals 2,
prime
x
or
equals x, and 3x equals 3.
Nope, we're not finding zeros. Nope,
Okay.
not
That's
yet.
an excellent question.
Yeah.
What's that? What?
You have to put like a y equals or an x equals.
No, not yet. tomorrow we're gonna find zeros, which is that equal to 0, and it's the same thing I've been doing.
So you're just adding, you're just doing this and then sending it.
Okay, other questions with number 1?
No.
Okay, number 2. First thing I look for, do I have stuff in common? If I left this, do bx squared and 2a have anything in common? No. So what should I maybe put out front with bx squared?
Maybe a 2b.
Okay, what else could I put out? Ax squared. Either one will work. They'll just be different parentheses. Okay, I'm going to move our ax squared out. I did not add anything to this equation. I did not subtract anything. I just reordered it.
I don't really get how you can just like add a 2b onto it.
Exactly. It's right here.
We just changed it around.
This is 2b.
Just change the order.
All I did was move the ax squared out here.
Just so it's more easy.
So that when we break it down, there's stuff that we can actually pull out. Okay, I'm going to split it down the middle. What can I pull out of my ax squared plus bx squared? X squared, what's left in the parentheses? A plus b. What can I pull out of my right-hand side? 2, what's in my parentheses? A plus b. Questions up to here?
Nope.
Okay. Do my parentheses match? Yes. What do I do now?
Break it down.
Write it down only once, not twice. Then what's my other set of parentheses? X squared plus 2, the stuff outside. Okay. Then we ask ourselves, can I break down x squared plus 2?
Yes.
No.
No, you cannot.
Not to be
No.
equal.
Oh, yeah, that's
No. Because there's no 0, right?
Squares.
So
It'd
that's
be
it.
imaginary.
So that's the answer.
So this is it. We cannot break down x squared plus 2 anymore. So that is all.
Okay.
Okay. Questions on 2. Okay, write down problem 3. X squared, y squared, minus 3x squared.
Is x squared, y squared one number?
Yeah, that's like one term. Yep.
Okay.
X squared, y squared is one term. Then we have minus 3x squared, minus 4y squared, plus 12. Okay, let's look if I left this, do my first 2 have something in common?
Yeah.
Do my last 2 have something in common?
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's try it. Okay, I'm gonna break it down in the middle. What can I pull out of my left 2?
X squared.
X squared, what's left?
Y squared. X. Oh.
Right, yeah? Yeah. What can I pull out of my right hand side? Positive or negative? Negative 4. Because my y squared has to be positive. Do I get y squared minus 3?
Yes.
Yes. Do my parentheses match? Yep. Now what?
Put that up above.
Put that as a parentheses set. What's my other parentheses set? X squared minus 4.
Plus 4 x.
2 minus 2.
Close.
X
Plus 2 minus 2. Can I break down y squared minus 3? No. So I'm just going to write that because it has to come along. But then Andrew's saying I can break down x squared minus 4 into x plus 2, x minus 2. Whenever you have a minus sign, check to make sure if you can break it down. Like, if you have your x squared and just a number, no b. If it's plus, you'll never be able to do it. If it's minus, you might be able to. Obviously, with the 3 we can't, but with the 4 we can. Because the minus is where your reactor will cancel. Okay. Questions? This is our answer, yep. It's right
Do you guys have that math track thing every Friday?
here. Okay,
How did your first day of math track?
it was awesome. Okay, write these down. These are very important. Okay. These are our equations, our formulas for sum and difference of perfect cubes. Cubes meaning exponents to the third.
Not gonna remember this. It's a long formula.
It's honestly not that bad. You just have to remember that your minus, you subtract first and then add the rest. When you add first and subtract in the middle.
Oh, okay, that's
When your math becomes the alphabet.
What?
When math becomes the alphabet.
Yeah.
literally.
Yeah.
Didn't know this was English.
I will probably give you this on quizzes. Haven't decided yet on tests. We'll see.
Oh, please.
Depends on what it is.
My brain
Have
please
mercy.
be so smooth.
My brain can only take so much.
I bet with practice you'll get it done.
I still have to memorize all the formulas from the last.
There's only just like a difference between the two.
Yeah, it's just where your minus sign is. Okay, does everybody have that written down?
No.
Not yet.
Okay.
Just I gotta do my bubbles.
Okay, when you have that written down, write our first problem down too. X cubed plus 27. Here we go.
Let's see.
Okay, what's important for you to remember is that you need to put your equations or your expressions in this form with something to the third power. Okay, you'll notice that our x is already to the third power, but I need to figure out what number to the third power is 27. Okay, yeah, in this case, 3 to the third power is 27. List of perfect cubes. Let's see, we have 1, 8, 27, is it 64? 125, and 216. So this is like 1 cubed, 2 cubed, etc. If you're ever not sure if a number is a perfect cubed, like let's say you're given 1,000, you can take the cubed root of it on your calculator and you would get out 10.
10L.
Sorry. Because 10 times 10 times 10 is
How?
how?
Yeah, how do you put that in your calculator?
I'll show you a button later. Okay. So what I always do is I always write down my A and my B. Okay? A being our first term that's cubed. In this case, it's just x. B, never write down 27. B is the number that is cubed. So what should I write for B, do you think? 3. This 3.
Oh, that one.
Because that's the number that's cubed to get 27. Okay? From there, all you do is put it in the formula. Okay? I'm adding, so I'm using this bottom formula. A plus B, that's just x plus 3. My A squared is just x squared minus A times B, that's just 3x. The only thing you have to remember is your last term. B is 3, 3 squared is 9. Don't write 3 squared, write what number it
We
is.
did this on the bottom ones.
Pardon?
We did this on the bottom equation.
Yeah, on the bottom because this is where we add. That's our equation for adding. And we're adding here, so we use the bottom one.
Oh, that's
That is it. That's all you do. Okay. Questions there?
That's it.
That's it. You just put it in your formula and you're done.
Not too
Okay, write down your second problem. 8m cubed minus 64. I should have done that. Okay. Just like before when we were factoring quadratics, step 1, always look for if they have something in common. Do these have something in common?
8.
8. I'm going to pull out an 8 because it makes my numbers easier. If I pull out an 8, my expression becomes m to the third minus 8. Okay, so step 1, see if there's a greatest common factor. Step 2, see if you have perfect cubes. Obviously, m is a perfect cube. Is 8? Yeah. Right here, right? What number cubed is 8? 2. So my a is obviously going to be m. What's my b going to be? 2. Not 8. 2, because 2 cubed is 8. Okay. This time we're subtracting. So I'm using my top formula. So I still have my 8 outside. Then I have a minus b, so m minus 2. A squared, so m squared. Plus, multiply them together to m. Plus b squared, which is how much? 4. Sleep.
So it's okay if you like start off by reducing like the size of the numbers.
Mm-hmm. Okay, next one. 250x cubed plus 2. What do they have in common? 2. Let's pull a 2 out. So I'm left with 125x cubed plus 1. This one's a little bit different. My a term, just like the b term, your a term is not 125. What do you think I should do to that 125? Find the cube root of it. Yeah. Well, 125 is right here, so I know it's a perfect cube. What number times itself 2 other times? What? 5? So that means that my a is 5x. Okay? Just to make sure, let's cube it. I do indeed get 125x cubed. Okay? So my a is 5x. Does that make sense?
You would just leave the x. Is that what you're saying?
Yep, because that to the third power, x to the third power is x cubed. So you kind of have to cube root the 125 and the x cubed. Okay. What's the perfect cube of 1? 1. So my a is 5x, my b is 1. My little formula, I don't think it's going to fit together. Kind of. Okay. Add them together, so I have 5x plus 1. If I square my a term, my a is 5x. What's 5x squared? 25x squared. Don't forget to square your 5 as well. Okay. minus, multiply them together. 5x times 1 is just 5x. Plus 1 squared is 1. What's that?
So this one, I don't know what I'm doing.
Because your a term isn't just x cubed.
Wait,
That's why we always try to get it out so that it's just 1, because then it makes it easier.
How would it be 1?
Because here, this is 1 and the cubed root of 1 is just 1. So like, you always try to figure out what number to the third is 1. Well, 1 to the third is 1.
So the 2 just goes away on the outside.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot it. You're right. Sorry. Your 2 is still up front. Good catch. Okay, other questions here? Okay, we got 2 more.
why didn't you
What?
25x squared? Like, as, does that make sense?
What's that? Because this is your a term. This is a squared.
They're
Well,
like 2 different things, is that what you're saying?
what do you mean?
I'm just asking, never mind.
Because our a term is 5x. So 5x squared, I have to square the 5 and the x. Okay, 2 more. Write down this one. X to the 4th minus 9.
So are these the same thing?
What?
Are these the
No,
same?
these are different. We're only going to do a and d though. Okay. When you have even exponents, we're gonna treat it as if it was an x squared. Okay? So I want you to think of this like x squared minus 9. If it was x squared minus 9, I think we're doing this today. What would my 2 parentheses be? X minus 3x plus 3. Well, here, instead of x to the 4th, instead of x squared, I have x to the 4th. So all that means, instead of x, we're going to have x squared. It's still minus 3 plus 3. Our x here just turned into an x squared. Always take your exponent divided by 2, and that'll give you what has to go in your 2 parentheses. Okay?
Okay.
Can I break either of these down?
No.
No, because 3 isn't nice.
So you just ignore the 4 and just.
Because if we FOIL out camp, x squared times x squared is x to the 4th. The middle stuff cancels and we get minus 9. That kind of makes sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, write down D. That's our last one.
Yes.
So then we just leave it as.
Yep, that's it, because we can't do anything else with it. X squared minus 3, x squared plus 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, 2x to the 4th plus 16x squared plus 24. Do they have anything in common?
2.
2. Let's pull it out. If I pull 2 out, we have x to the 4th plus 8x squared plus 12. Okay. Like I said, we're going to treat this just like it was x squared plus 8x plus 12. How would I figure this out?
Multiply and add.
Multiply the 12, add the 8. Yeah. Here we're going to do the exact same thing, except for instead of having x and x, we're going to have x squared and x squared in our parentheses. Okay. So I still have my 2 out front. I have my 2 sets of parentheses. Out front goes x squared.
Plus 4x.
Plus 6 plus,
6
well, x2 plus
6 times 2 gets me 12. 6 plus 2 is 8. So back here goes plus 6 plus 2.
what? Doesn't matter if you flip those around.
No.
Oh,
Can I break either of these down?
yeah. No.
Sorry.
2 times 6 is 12, so we want to multiply to our end and add to the middle. 6 plus 2 is 8. Yep, because here we got a plus and a plus. Or here we got, sorry, plus. Okay, the other thing to check, I know that this is supposed to be x squared because this is x squared. Okay? So like if you had x to the 6th, this should be x cubed because it's always half. But this is our answer. You said we can't go any further. Okay. Questions?
We're done, right?
Yes.
You have mercy on our